Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, let's bring our focus inward. Just close your eyes, bring all your attention into the heart. Just exhale any nervous energy or excitement around this practice. And then we're going to take those 3 long breaths in and 3 long breaths out. And each and every time as we exhale, we're letting go of our day, letting go of our thoughts, letting go of what we think we should know or what we think or anticipate. And when we do that, it allows for the accurate information to come up, right? It doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that we're going to find out if you're right or not, right? When we let go, it allows for the real truth to come in. And then as I talk about what's going on this week or what may be available for us this week, your job is to feel along with the information to feel if it's right or if it's off. And sometimes that may just come as like you hear a word and it's like, wait, what? And which means like you could take a deeper dive into that, meaning there's some key or like a connection there or influence there with that particular word that you're being asked to pay attention to. Or there could just be a feeling around it. So sometimes information slows down and just gets our attention. Right? Have you ever noticed that when you're talking to somebody and then, you're having this discussion and then all of a sudden something kind of jumps out at you? Like, wait, what's that about? It's a way to discern that there's information that wants your attention, whether it's a truth or whether it's a lie, but you're being asked to look a little further. So that's part of the practice of with the weekly wake up, as well as in our own life when we're having conversation with people or we're witnessing something. It's all part of that process of trusting your instincts. Okay, so let's go ahead and tune in, go into that heart, let go of the energy there, and then do 3 long breaths and in and out, and then we'll begin with the weekly wake up. Okay, so just seeing a busy week, there's actually like an excitement in the energy. So maybe you guys have got something specific that you're trying to push through, or there's a happy occasion that's coming up. Maybe you're celebrating a birthday or an opportunity to push something through at work, but there's an excitement in the air, and there's also a lightness, a happiness with this energy. And it also feels easy. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of problems or pressure. And in fact, I was seeing some of you, just having, people help you with things. And I was seeing what could potentially be like a roadblock and you just go right around it. Like, whatever, you just keep going. So I just see you as unstoppable this week and enjoying yourself and really being able to connect with people and have partnerships and support for whatever your ideas are or whatever it is you're wanting to do or create or generate for yourself. Let's see what else is available for us this week. There's a lot of time to slow down and to be critical of yourself or of something you're working on, or maybe it's you're using a critical eye with your house or your home and you're wanting to redo some things or going through closets or going through files and paperwork. So just kind of like bringing that critical eye. Do I need this? Do I not need this? Does it serve me? Does it help me? And just kind of getting rid of things. So I see a lot of you like letting go of stuff, which this is a great time, by the way, to let go of stuff. For those of you that follow astrology, you know that Mercury's in retrograde right now, which is a great time to revamp, redo, and recreate any area of your life. So I'm just seeing that this is a wide open week for that, to explore things and to have fun with it. And it doesn't have to be, it feels like there's time for it, right? Like you've got some breathing room for it. Same with projects. There's times for you to go inward into projects and to really talk about it. And I see some of you being able to have people show up around you that are willing to help and support you with things. So make sure if in the past somebody said, hey, I'll help you with that. Now would be a great time to call them up and call them out on it. Say, yeah, hey, remember when I saw you at that party 2 months ago and you offered to help me with XYZ? Can we get together in the next week or two for that? This is a really beautiful time to make those phone calls and to schedule the time to get those projects done or to be able to use your creative energy. There's a lot of creative energy here and an opportunity for you to be seen and to get things done that matter to you. There's also energy around dating and meeting people and having fun. For some of you, there may be people coming into your life that you haven't seen in a while. So some of you may have out-of-town guests showing up, or you may have just phone calls out of the blue from people that you've talked to in the past. Could even be ex-boyfriends or girlfriends sort of situation. But lots of our past coming forward this week for connection, for clarity, for purpose, and for some of you, it could even be around healing. So there's also a lot of healing energy here, taking your time and having communication. For some of you, it could even be recent, that somebody's recently passed and you're just now being able to do some healing and connecting around that. Of course, for those of you that follow sports, we know that Kobe had his big memorial today. So there is healing energy here. Actually in the entire month, but in particular this week, there's a lot of opportunity for us to slow down and to connect and reminisce and share that energy and conversation with other people. So there's plenty of time this week to be able to do that. Also, you're being cautioned not to get caught up in what's not working, right? So if it's not working, just keep reworking it. Just keep reworking it until it feels like it does work. I mean, that's what this energy is about. Like, does this fit? Does that fit? Does this fit? Does that fit? And don't make it wrong that it doesn't fit on the first try, right? It is about exploration. It is about fun. It's about creativity. So this is a week when you just want to explore and push the edges, right? The boundaries of your creativity. And, when you push it too far, then you go, oh, well, that didn't work, right? Then you've gone too far. And so there's value in that. So just enjoy that process of being creative. And it can also work with conversations too, but not important conversations, right? Like when it's around fleshing out an idea or fleshing out a project, that's really good. But when it's about having serious conversation in your relationship, you want to be careful about pushing those boundaries, because we can have miscommunication around things or creating absolutes, creating something definitive for yourself with your partner. It'd be helpful if you had a third party there or somebody who can really help to keep the lines of communication open. If you can keep it free and carefree and more creative, then that's great. But if you're really trying to implement something new, just go slow and make sure that you're repeating it back and forth to each other, and then you'll make sure that it'll minimize any fights or arguments or frustrations along the way. But that's all. You could absolutely do it as well. Just go slow with it and then write it down so you both have the same understanding of it. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. So later this week, it feels like Thursday. I have a little bit of a headache, almost like somebody wants more from you than you're prepared to give. Or it could be that you signed on for something and went, this isn't what I signed up for. Or so there's like an imbalance in what you thought it was going to be versus what it actually is. And or somebody asking more from you than you feel comfortable in giving. So just know that the opportunity is there for you to be able to say no, for you to be able to create your life the way that you want it. And it's funny, I can really feel it in my hamstrings in the back of the body. So this is, just the anxiety hiding out in the body. It's like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with that. So just let all of that go for all of you guys that are chickens and you don't like confrontation or have to disappoint people. Just know that it's fluid, right? Like miscommunications happen all the time. So it's not a big deal, especially if you call it out. It becomes a big deal when you keep it to yourself and you go ahead and go through with something that's how resentment happens, right? That's how we then we overgive, and then we hang on to it, and then we'll throw it back in somebody's face, 6 months from now, right? So you don't, to avoid all that, just have the awareness around later this week that there may be a situation that arises for you that mismatches what you thought it was going to be, and it's your responsibility to call it out and to say, oh, this isn't what I wanted. So you can finesse it, you can have conversation around it, but again, the agreement is to slow down and make sure that you're both understanding what it is going to be so that you can move forward with ease. All right, let's see if there's anything else that you need to know about. This is interesting. So there's some good luck. So there's there's a potential for some of you guys to win something. So at the end of the week, there's a winning energy coming in as well. Whether that's a project that you maybe put out there and you get awarded, or whether it's just something so simple as a raffle or a lottery ticket that you win, or you win a date, with somebody that you were hoping, that you asked out or they asked you out. So there's just this win sort of energy coming in at the end of the week that just feels like a win. It feels good. It feels happy. And honestly, this energy all week long feels really light and buoyant and exciting. There's an excitement or electricity with this energy. Now, we did just have a new moon in Pisces, and Pisces are really creative and really sensitive people. So you may notice that people feel a little more sensitive around you, or that you may feel a little more sensitive. That's all part of that Piscean energy that's kind of just filling the space from that new moon. And new moons are a great time to plant seeds. I would keep them, things that are more towards yourself, unless it's been something you've been working on for a long time. Just because the Mercury retrograde, you don't want to generally start something new or put it out there if it's new. If it's something that you've been working on, it's been out there before, this is a great time to go ahead and express it and put it out then. But if it's brand new, then you just want to do it internally, work it internally, and go from there. Okay, so let's see if there's any final remarks about this weekly wake up. Okay, I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but all the patience that you've been collecting and working on for yourself, you're gonna have a chance to use them this week, and it feels around waiting for somebody, right? Like whether it's you're waiting for them to come back or waiting for an answer, but just like the little drum roll on the desk, like you're waiting. It could even be for an answer. The biggest thing though is like, don't worry about it. It doesn't feel like a big deal. I do feel some of you, though, creating anxiety around it, right? Because you feel that solar plexus energy kind of cramp down a little bit. So let go of what you think that might be, right? Like if you're waiting for test results, or, oh no, I don't want to have to wait another week to know this. So everything's perfect. To surrender to what is, right? And double check and triple check information. So whatever's coming back at you, make sure you repeat back to the person what they're saying, just so that you have it right, hear it right, get it right. And then this is just overall, you guys, a really light week. I feel like the weekend is just fun. It just feels like like I said, there's a great opportunity for healing, but it also feels fun. And it feels like deep and happiness and joy and good friends and connections. It's really, really beautiful energy, and I hope you take advantage of it. I hope that you go out this weekend and connect with friends. And if you don't have anything set up, create something with your community or with your friends. Get a group together, have fun. It's a really nice, wonderful energy this weekend, and there is a lot of healing and fun that merge and come together for the weekend. All right, you guys, have an amazing week. Enjoy it. Take care of yourselves, nurture yourselves. There's no need to rush. There's plenty of time for whatever it is that you need to get your projects done, to take care of yourself, and to have fun. All right, have a wonderful week, you guys. And if you like my weekly wake up, please click like, share it with your friends, and I look forward to connecting with you again next week.